and then look at it on camera. There. I am your father.
No, I'm Tom, Ralph, and you're my father-in-law. Dementia's hitting you hard, man. Hitting you hard. Hello, happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. And as I said, I'm wearing a dual-purpose football shirt.
Okay. Would you like
Miami to celebrate the World Cup and Independence Day. I put a lot of thought into this in the last 30 seconds.
Excellent. I'm not even drinking tea to celebrate Independence Day, so what can I say? So, have you had a good footballing week?
Well, I've had a surprising footballing week.
Yeah. I mean, Germany losing on penalties.
That was a highlight.
Yeah, that's and pretty much every match in the last, I was expecting the last 32 to have a few stinkers and absolute washovers, but all of the matches have been really entertaining and delivered, I think.
Yeah, and the number that's gone to extra time. But I think the two outstanding teams in the past week are the two that lost. Democratic Republic of Congo, because we was lucky to stumble past them, and Cape Verde.
Yeah.
That was outstanding.
That was heartbreaking for them last night.
It was. They at least deserved penalties.
But I mean, it gives me confidence for Argentina because Argentina are very beatable.
Well, I think Argentina and Brazil have looked very average in the last couple of games.
Well, given that's our quarterfinal and semi-final opponents, probably.
Yes, but then that just we've got to get past a little team tonight, haven't we?
Well, yes. Not tonight. That is the early hours of Monday morning.
Monday morning, yes.
Yeah. But I mean, if we do get past that, the question that I have been asking people is, who would you rather face? An out-of-form Brazil or Haaland?
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't think Haaland's in form.
Even out of form, he's a goal machine.
He is a goal machine, but you look at the last goal he scored, even he looked surprised that it went in. Because it sort of bounced off his toe rather than him sort of putting it in. Yeah. And he's a goal machine, but what else does he add to the team?
I mean, defensive cover, because he does get back. He does get back, and he's the first head to a lot of corner kicks. And yeah, I mean, I may be a little bit biased because he's a beautiful, beautiful man.
Just a little bit, just a little bit biased.
Teeny bit.
You wouldn't be a Blue supporter by any chance, would you, Thomas?
I mean. Haaland, no quad. So,
but I mean, if we're talking about goal scorers, even though they was lucky to get through, Argentina had a good goal scoring day, didn't they?
All of their goals looked epic.
And who did they play for? I mean, Messi. And who did that other player play for? Some Premier League team. It could be United, couldn't it?
I don't know. I don't stay up late enough to watch their highlights on Match of the Day.
So you're not a problem.
Yeah, I generally see like the first 3 or 4 matches on that Match of the Day, then I pass out, and I don't often make it to the dregs of English football. Anyway, we're getting massively off kilter. So tonight, we have got the first of the round of 16.
We have
Canada versus Morocco in a little under 2 hours.
Yes. I don't know why, but I've got a sneaking fancy for Canada.
They're so boring and uninspiring.
Well, I think they've been boring and uninspiring, and they've achieved what they wanted to. Now I think they might just come out and surprise a few people.
I mean, the likely reward for winning this match is a game against the best team in the world, France. Current best team in the world, like
I couldn't argue with that, Tom. And I think they could
probably the best team in the World Cup currently as well. They have been on form every single match. So
they've been frightening every match.
I think there was like 10 minutes of the Sweden match where they looked like they might get frustrated.
Well, every time
having too many shots.
Well, every time they attack, which is like every 90 seconds or something, they attack as a unit. It's not just one up front. You've got the two wingers, you've got the two sort of centre players, and the goals can come from anywhere.
And every time they don't get it in the net, they look like it's a personal insult. Even
yes,
genuinely aggrieved.
Yeah, they look very aggrieved, don't they?
Which is a proud French trait, I'll tell you.
Well, I also think on the overall sort of playing experience from the last, it'd be a crime if the Golden Boot didn't end up in France.
I mean, the neutral pick for the World Cup final has got to be France versus Argentina, Messi versus Mbappe. Who is the greatest goal scorer of all time?
But I don't.
Obviously, I hope we ruin that. But
well, I was going to say I don't think both of them are going to get to the final.
Ooh,
not on the way Argentina played last night. They looked terrified once Cape Verde equalised the first time, and once they equalised the second time, they were shell shocked.
I mean, yeah, but the counterpoint to that is the two strongest teams in their entire run is probably us and Brazil.
Yeah, well, we're going to through the back door.
It's a very one half of the draw is a lot more stacked than the other.
Yes.
So the French half has got Paraguay, France, Canada, Morocco, Portugal, Spain, USA, Belgium. Arguably, Spain is the only world-class team outside of France in that.
Yeah.
Like top 10 world-class, like best in the world contenders.
And your dark horse in that one is USA.
Yeah, the way they've been playing has been really, really exciting, and I've been really, really keen to see them play it against a halfway decent team.
Yes, yeah,
because it's all well and good looking impressive against Bosnia and the like, but Belgium is a completely different.
I know, but it is an art form to look impressive against some of the lower ranked teams, and it's an art form that England haven't been able to reach yet.
I was going to say one that is completely a foreign concept to us.
Yeah. So perhaps we are saving our best till last, but
yeah, then the other half of the table, you've got Brazil, Norway, Mexico, England, Argentina, Egypt, Switzerland, Colombia. Like
you've got a rank it sort of Argentina, then us and Brazil on a par, I think. But there are a few wildcards in that half of the group that could. I mean, Norway, if they play as a unit and the teams don't figure out a way how to combat Haaland getting fed the ball, then Norway would be up there. But I think it is that central sort of premise that feed Harlem and he'll score. Well, the teams will say, how do you stop them feeding Harlem?
Yeah, well, don't think you can.
No, you can't. You can't. But if you find a route through there, then I think Norway would be in that half of the group. There'd be the USA. They'd been playing some decent football, and they would be your dark horse for reaching at least the semis.
Yeah, and then again, the Argentina semi is going to be Switzerland, Colombia. Sorry, that's the quarter. Switzerland, Colombia. The winner of that. It's like.
But apart from France and Spain in short spells, there hasn't been an outstanding team that you'd say they're a shoo-in. But I can't see anyone stopping France at the moment where they're playing.
No. Argentina, I can see being pulled to a lot of 120-minute matches.
Yes, yeah, and I think
and that doesn't really factor particularly well for Lionel Messi.
No, and that's why I think Mbappe will get the Golden Boot, because I think he is a shoo-in to reach the final.
Yeah, especially like Mbappe's being taken off in the 70th minute. Yeah. So he's playing an hour of football and getting the same amount of goals that Messi's getting in 2 hours.
Because they've had to keep Messi on to secure sort of qualification, even against Cape Verde. They didn't have that, because last week I said Cape Verde would be the whipping boys for Argentina and Messi to run away with the Golden Boot.
Yeah,
what do I know? No.
That's what we said. We said the France-Sweden match would be an absolute goal fest. And the Argentina-Cape Verde match would be at the other end of it, another goal fest. And it was a goal fest, but not quite how it's expected.
Yes. So I think also it's justified to a certain extent, FIFA's sort of increasing the numbers of teams and the sort of grassroots funding they put in place to bring the certainly some of the African teams through the system.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are they, Cape Verde? Were they the 8th best African team or something?
I know Cape Verde were the 13th best African team.
13th.
Against the 2nd best team in the world and the current world champions, and held them to a 1-1 draw.
Well, I would defy anyone to sort of justify those two statistics in that match.
I know penalty kicks don't count as a loss in the stats. It's counted as a draw. Is that the same for extra time victories and losses, or?
I think it is, because if you was to put a bet on
90 minutes,
then it's a 90-minute result, and I think it's the same. Yeah. But the only difference is, I think, is extra time. Obviously the goals would count for Golden Boots, but in international rankings, I think it's a 90-minute sort of point accumulation.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like 90 minutes couldn't separate them. Like they've had to do additional game formats to accommodate the fact that it's a tournament.
And I think once again, last week, I think one of the most sort of prominent issues was the VAR decisions that was taken.
Yeah,
there were some interesting ones.
The snick heard around the world.
Well, it's the first time I've ever seen on a TV program when they use the snickometer in a football match.
I know. How minimal must that touch be?
Well, it could have been. It could have been just the ball passing and the wind generated. It might not have been the ball. It might have been the wind that had touched 2 strands of hair that had moved it.
I mean, it looked offside, to be fair.
It did, but it was only offside if that ball had touched him, wasn't it, on the way through?
Yeah. So, it's one of those where I wish that rules were done more in the spirit of what they were intended for,
Yes.
as opposed to very specifically, yes.
Well, when it was first brought on in, it had to be a clear sort of definition of why the goal couldn't be given. And I defy anyone to say that, especially that goal. You could watch it 100 times and you'd come up with 100 different viewpoints, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, everyone I've spoken to has had a slightly different view on it. So.
Yes.
The other match tonight, we touched on very briefly, but Paraguay versus France, 10 o'clock. They're really nicely timed, all of the matches except for two.
One of them, the England game.
The England one is horrifically timed for us.
And I saw the experts on Facebook saying, "Oh yeah, they're going to change the time and it'll be 7 o'clock Sunday night." And
yeah, okay,
yeah, of course they are.
Yeah. Apparently, they did review it. But...
Yeah, and then every pub landlord in the country voted against it with this 5 o'clock extension they've got in the morning to keep the pubs open.
Monday is just going to be a very messy day, regardless of what happens.
Well, you might as well stop working, shut all the schools, declare it a bank holiday, and everyone stay in bed.
Well, Starmer's not done that. Instead, he's allowed the pubs to open so that we end up with people driving when they shouldn't. And
in saying, well, allow the pubs to stay open, but I would have put a caveat and said, but you've got to stop serving alcohol at 2 o'clock. And serve tea, coffee, and breakfast. Because no matter what that result is, if you live anywhere near a pub at 5:10 on Monday morning, you're either going to get sort of woken up by all these drunken football songs coming home, or stones thrown at your window in absolute disgust.
I mean, given the way we play, winning doesn't stop that from happening.
No. Yeah, but that's out of relief usually when we get a result, rather than expectation.
Yeah, Paraguay-France is the 10 o'clock match tonight.
It would need a seismic sort of disaster for France not to sort of do that at a canter, I think.
You'd think, but you wouldn't think that Germany would lose a penalty kick competition. So.
Well, I think it might be a penalty kick competition before they get to penalty kicks, because it could be another sort of red card. Because Paraguay do not take it lightly when they get to make to look ordinary. And if France turn on all their tricks, I can see a couple of the French players getting kicked off the park.
And the French temperament is world renowned for being really calm and measured.
Of course, yeah, they're known for it. Yeah, being diplomatic, sort of. Yeah, I'm very surprised they haven't got the sort of presidency of the United Nations, France, at any stage with their diplomatic status.
The second ever France shirt that I got was the white away kit with Zidane number 10 printed on it, specifically after he did the headbutt in the World Cup final.
Yeah, which people tend to forget about, don't they? Well, but I think if they've had the snickometer at that World Cup final, he might not have got sent off.
So we're going France v Canada will be our first quarterfinal. 9 o'clock on a 9th, I want to say.
So you're conceding that Canada's going to get through?
Yeah, it's going to be boring as hell, though. But Morocco are hardly setting the world alight either. Like I say, this is a very easy, or the easiest route to the semi-finals France have got. Presumably, they get past Paraguay. Then tomorrow night there's a couple of fixtures. 9:00, Brazil versus Norway.
You see that one? It's like it's a potential to have two sort of sleeping dragons getting ready to be awoken.
Yeah, because
none of them have reached their full potential in this World Cup, have they? Either Brazil or Norway.
no, but
They've had
they've done enough every match, though.
Yeah, they've had little flashes in each match, but they haven't been consistent. So I think who wakes up first in that match that would progress.
Again, extra time is the best thing we can hope for in that match.
And where's that being played?
Match 91 of the World Cup is being played in New York, New Jersey.
Because yesterday they had horrendous sort of thunder and lightning storms in New York.
Did they?
Yes. So, apparently, someone told me that because Taylor Swift's wedding was in jeopardy of everyone not arriving on time or whatever. It was a news item for some reason.
That Taylor Swift.
Not Taylor Swift, yeah, just thought I'd mention it. Just
I specifically updated. I mean, if you're going to bring it up, I specifically updated the set to have Taylor Swift's.
Well, I was surprised he was here because obviously your invitation to the wedding is still in the post, isn't it?
I mean, she specifically said that she's not doing tortured British guys anymore. So,
yeah. so once again, I think we're getting in the stage where sort of weather and location could have an impact as well, because our game, Mexico City, altitude.
Yeah, well, the most hostile environment in.
Well, certainly the most hostile home crowd environment.
Well, I mean, it's in the international thing. It's like playing in the San Siro or the Bernabeu. It's a cauldron, all right, and we have to do what no one in international football has ever done, which is beat them in a competitive match of football in their Aztec temple. So,
but records are set to be broken, aren't they?
Well, I say I remain supremely confident that England are going to win the World Cup. I never said it was going to be enjoyable at any stage, and I think that's going to be a rough couple of hours.
I'd like to be supremely confident, but I couldn't use either of those two adjectives to describe my feelings.
The only thing that the existing matches to date have shown me is that England are still England.
Yes.
Nothing else. And
it has sort of highlighted the squad selection flaw, because we're now struggling without that right back, and once again, I'm not being. There's 3 or 4 key players that was left out of that squad that could have become utility players.
Well, like Foden would be up the first 5 matches we had, no doubt. However, the potential next 4 matches we have, the team that he's bought, that's the reason why he's bought the team. It's to play against those sorts of teams.
The proof will be in the pudding of that, I think.
So,
I would have liked a player of Luke Shaw's ability, and I'm not saying that just because he's a United player, but that attacking defender that can sort of utilise both wings. Because I was trying to think, has Manu had any minutes at all in this World Cup?
I don't think.
I can't even remember him coming on as a sub.
We'll double check that while we. I don't want to play Who Am I? England. See. Liverpool.
I mean, while we've still got Harry Kane, we've still got a chance, but he can't always keep rescuing the defensive errors, can he?
Right. Well, just give me a list of players so I can see their stats. Scott, here we go. I apparently can't check stats. That's useful. All right, well.
And Rice didn't look 100% fit in the last game, did he?
No, I'm hoping it's him taking a little bit of time to warm into it since he hasn't been getting the matches.
Carrying an injury.
But again, you've had your warm-up match, like Mexico's calling.
I would settle a penalty shootout win against Mexico.
Oh yeah, you want a penalty shootout in the Azteca?
Well,
against Mexico.
What I want in the Azteca is for us to score 2 in the first 10 minutes and sit back, so we don't have to exert too much energy.
Yeah, like if we can silence the Azteca and just like
yes,
that's the best hope.
But what we don't want is to be chasing.
But yeah, so that brings us into Monday night. First match is spicy. Portugal, Spain at 8 o'clock.
You see, that's the first time since we started this podcast that we've mentioned Portugal. And is that because they've not been worth a mention?
So I fell asleep and woke up for like the last 40 minutes of Portugal versus Croatia. And I was watching the Portuguese formation, and it appears to me that Ronaldo's new favourite position is on the touchline just by the VAR monitor.
Yeah. Just in case they want a second opinion.
And to be fair, it's gotten him a goal and into the next round. So maybe he knows it better than I do.
But even when he got subbed, he spent most of his time not on the bench, but in the sort of the technical area. Whether perhaps he realises this is his last World Cup and he's throwing his hat in the ring to be the next Portuguese manager.
Oh God!
He doesn't like being out of the limelight.
I think you've predicted the future there.
So.
And it'll also be a Disney Plus reality TV show.
Yes, Portugal, Spain.
Now, I don't like watching either of these teams because they're both time-wasting, cheating, morally compromised teams that occasionally have like flares of amazingness, but watching them play, like it's hard to root for either of them because they do so much shady stuff.
Well, both of them tend to have the sort of South American flaw of going down like they've been shot by a sniper when there's been no foul committed, running to the ref to want him to banish yellow cards for non-existent sort of.
That's a question. Where is this match taking place? Because the South American continent is one of Portugal and Spain's favourite places to have a war.
Yeah.
One of, obviously, Spain and Portugal being the top two. Dallas. Yeah.
Well,
Texas is as close as you get into South America and North America.
They might decide to refight the animal while they're there. You never know.
But yeah, like, that is going to be like a away from home country derby because that entire continent has got Portuguese and Spanish roots going back like to Columbus. So
it's the deciding factor will be if they can get Ronaldo to realise that football is a team game. And not everything has to flow through him or to him.
I mean, my favourite story about Ronaldo this year has been that after his team that he went to in
Saudi,
that's it.
Yeah.
After his team in Saudi won the league, their social media team put out a post which had like 4 or 5 of the team in like different shots.
Yeah.
And, like, congratulations, champions. And he went to the effort of photoshopping out all of his teammates and replacing it with different pictures of him. And then reposted congratulations on that winning the league. It's like, you absolutely...
Yes. Yeah. And technically, in my opinion, he's not even the best player in the Portuguese side. That has to go to their playmaker, Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno's...
And he is a team player. So perhaps the best thing for Portugal is for Ronaldo to get injured in the first 5 minutes.
Well, that's the thing. I think Portugal and Argentina, on paper, it looks like that they've got the same problem coming up. In that they're going to lose their star, international talisman. But I think it's going to really, really hurt Argentina.
Yes,
because they've always had that amazing player who takes them the extra mile that they can build a team around, and they don't have that coming up at the moment. Meanwhile, Portugal, I think historically they always worked off like a core group of players who worked really well together, and like you could see Bruno playing in the same vein of Deco, and he just needs like a Luis Figo in front of him, and he needs these other teammates. Whereas losing Ronaldo, I think, is going to give people the opportunities to take a few more shots and not have everything have to work to accommodate him.
I think the worst thing that could happen for FIFA and world football is for Portugal to win the World Cup, because it will become Ronaldo's World Cup, not Portugal's.
I mean, a Portugal-Argentina final would be tasty.
It'd be bloody.
Yeah, but like if I was ranking the teams on that side of the table, the 8 teams, Portugal are probably very, very mid-table.
4 or 5.
Yeah, exactly, 4th or 5th. Like, because obviously you don't want to play the French, you don't want to play the Spanish. I'd rather play the Americans than the Portuguese. Belgium's the question. If Belgium were on form, I'd probably prefer to play.
But then again, Belgium has got 1 or 2 aging sort of superstars, haven't they? That are now just reaching their sort of retirement home stages. De Bruyne flashes of brilliance, but he's not going to do it over a 90-minute period or a 120-minute period with extra time. You've got to look at it. If it was up to me, I'd have England-France in the World Cup final, but we'd play it under rugby union rules rather than football. And then we could come on with the cup. But that's the only chance we've got.
Fly out the rugby teams to contest the Football World Cup.
Yeah.
All right.
I know what I meant to ask you, Tom, because
I
keep meaning to look it up, but I've never got round to it. Do they still have a 3rd, 4th playoff?
Yes, they do. So 3rd, 4th playoff is 10 o'clock Saturday night. I think that's the Saturday night, the 18th.
But they're always, any World Cup, they're always the two teams that no one remembers.
Fair. And then the World Cup final is Sunday, 8:00, which is a decent time.
Right, we've gone all around the houses.
Well, we've touched very briefly on USA Belgium. Who's going to win it?
That again is one that could go to penalties, but I think it could be the home crowd sort of that will drag USA over the line.
I mean, they're playing in Seattle, so
well known for throwing things on the pitch in Seattle.
Like, I don't think. I mean, the big shocker from the first match was Balogun giving away that pointless red.
Yes,
right, and
that
so far to the left.
Yeah,
it was so far on the wing that and there weren't that much difference between the rest of the players. Like, he should have just let him go, and someone would have covered it. And because he's scored in all but one of their matches so far.
Yeah.
And is it one or two matches that they missed for a straight red?
It's two with potential of a third one, depending on whether they consider it to be sort of a life-changing tackle, I think is the official terminology.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say that
is the next two if they go through. Yes,
but that's the last 16 and the quarter final.
Yeah, because I didn't consider that red card. You're right, and which then could perhaps neutralise a home crowd advantage and swing it slightly back in favour of Belgium.
So, I mean, they have got other players who can play, but
yeah,
Balogun was by far and away the most dangerous weapon they had.
But the old ones are the best ones, so I'm going to make the same comment I made last week. Let's stop waffling about Belgium.
I thought you were going to make a gun control Jake with Balogun.
Pity wasn't in Boston. They could have gone and have a tea party, couldn't they, afterwards?
So the last night of the round of 16 is the 7th, Tuesday. Argentina, Egypt. I mean, Egypt just about squeezed the draw over 120 minutes against Australia.
Yeah. And I think Australia was very, very unlucky not to progress.
That being said,
so they shouldn't have gone to penalties. As you said, Egypt just about squeezed that draw.
I mean, we did the live stream for the Australia-Egypt match, and the last 20 minutes, me and Rem were both like screaming at the Australia team to not mess up our chance to watch a nice stress-free penalty kick competition.
Yes.
So don't ruin it by going and getting a winner. Let's see it through. Let's get the PKs out of the way.
Yeah, so as you say, I think Egypt was most probably the most fortunate team to qualify to this round. So I can't see them posing any problems at all for Argentina.
We said what about Cape Verde? That's almost word for word our Cape Verde preview.
I think if you go back to the actual last week's preview, I said, and it might have been a bit tongue in cheek, that Cape Verde would draw and then go through on penalties. And then I went to the other side and said it'd be a goal fest.
Yeah, so.
But I distinctly remember saying I can see it being a draw and Verde going through on penalties.
Yeah, it's but I don't think Egypt are going to even manage to draw against.
No, because of all these sort of fading superstars in each team, I think Salah is the one that is fading past this.
Yeah, and he didn't have much backing him up in the first place.
No, because you do need a team to create the chances for you to. Because he's never been the one that will go on these 30, 40-yard dazzling runs and score a solo goal.
I mean, also with what we've been saying about Messi, maybe he's going to turn up with a point to prove and be like, let's get a couple of goals quickly so that I can be in the bath by half time.
Yes, and also put a bit of a gap between me and Bebby for the Golden Boot.
Yeah, well,
because there are not many sort of good opportunities now to do your 4, 5, 6 goal score lines in any game, is there?
No, like Mbappe's got a couple of good chances at getting a hat trick still in this World Cup.
Yes.
Mind you, so is arguably Argentina, because obviously they go on to play the winner of the next match, which will be Switzerland-Colombia, which is 9 o'clock on Tuesday.
You see, of all the games that we're talking about, that is the one I can't raise any interest in at all.
No, like I watched the Colombia-Ghana match, and all that I had screaming in my head the entire time about the Ghanan team was, where the hell was this defending when we played them?
Yes.
Like, they were an unbreakable brick wall for 90 minutes when we played them. Against Colombia, they were a fishing net.
Yeah. But it's not the one that you would say, I'm going to stay up and watch that. No matter what. If it's on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I wouldn't stay up and watch it.
Well, that's the thing, like 9 o'clock in the evening. The only two that they've put at horrific times are two that I definitely would have made a point of watching regardless. So USA, Belgium, and Mexico, England. So it's
yes.
Nice one. Thanks for ruining my sleepscape cycle for football. And it's going to be worth it when we win the World Cup, which I remain entirely convinced that we will.
I know you are being very vague when you make comments like that. It's going to be worth it when we win the World Cup.
When England win the World Cup, is that okay for you? When England
win the World Cup, you can stop and say, look back at that podcast when I said, when we win the World Cup. You dual nationality people really get... No, I'm not going to be left wing.
I know that would be right wing getting all nationalist on me.
No, well, I'm moving across now. I'm playing the England tactics because we haven't got a right wing or a right back sort of alternative, so I'm moving more to the left. My international policy is to be. Oh, God.
Yeah, let's move swiftly on.
Yes.
And then comes. This is like the upsetting period of the World Cup on Wednesday, Thursday. Because you get like the first, Wednesday, you get the first rest day, like a day with no matches. It's like, oh yeah, there's only like 7 matches left to go by that point. It's going to be over real quick.
Yeah, you're within touching distance of it then.
Yeah, and all of the matches become like must watch.
And they become, I think, to a certain extent, ultra cautious because it's don't make any mistakes rather than let's go and play our usual flamboyant style of football. I think even France might sort of take a step back at that stage just to secure their progression.
Sorry, someone started ringing me. Yes. Yeah, I've just seen one of the quarterfinals is at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. Surely that can't be right.
Well, once again, it depends on where it's being played, doesn't it?
Kansas. Right. So it's 2 a.m. on the 12th. So is that like Saturday evening, 2 a.m. for me? Just weird because there's only one match for each day of the quarterfinals except that last day where there'll be 2.
To it.
Like one at 10 and then one at 2. I guess that could happen.
I think it'll be 2 a.m. our time, won't it?
Yeah, these are our times. So, yeah, it must be. So Saturday night will be a good one. Quarterfinal.
In Kansas.
Right. In Kansas. Well,
You got
Saturday
your-
night will be potentially Brazil, England at 10 o'clock, and then Argentina, Colombia at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Potentially.
Potentially. I mean, it could just as easily be England versus Norway at 10 o'clock.
There is going to be a shock. But I don't know which game is going to provide that shock.
Oh, I really hope it's us. Just an absolute pummeling of Mexico, the sort of thing that leaves whoever we get in the quarters
Terrified.
which, given that that's either Brazil or Norway, is going to require some kind of act of God to make them scared of us. But I'm not very confident that we're going to do that, but I remain confident that in the most heartbreaking and frustrating way possible, we're going to keep on winning matches.
You see, once again, you're now remaining confident. 5 minutes ago, you were supremely confident.
I said I remain supremely confident.
No, you said I'm remaining confident now. You look at this back. You've dropped the supreme part of that equation.
Alzheimer's, man, it's shocking. Like, you look really with it as well, like.
Who said that?
Actually, nobody I know.
All I know is I don't know.
So, Wednesday evening is the rest night. Are you available after I finish work for a quick go through the quarterfinals?
On Wednesday evening?
Yeah, it'll be about 7:30ish.
Yeah, I should be. What day is it?
It is the 8th. Yeah, the 8th. I'll tell you what, I'll get my people to message your people, since
your people message my people before. They are very amateurish. They're not up to my usual professional standard of people conversation.
Well, unfortunately, the people who raised my people just did a very, very haphazard job of it.
One half of that equation.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I don't have a bad word to say about them.
Yeah, I think so. Wednesday. Yeah, I don't usually have meetings. It's usually Monday and sort of Tuesday evenings. I have my more important meetings than you. So yeah, I can squeeze you into my busy schedule.
We'll do a midweek quarterfinal catch up.
I've got to make sure I attend now, because I know you've got Freddie waiting in the wings to replace me.
I hadn't even considered that as an idea.
Oh, God.
He's got more YouTube subscribers than me as well, so it'd probably be the world of wonders for my brand.
Yes. You could engage with your younger audience, couldn't you?
I don't know. I think he's probably.
Well, let's wait till he critiques this one once he's watched it. He might not want to join you.
Well, somebody has gone Bantoff. Pag 7013. Nobody but I know. Offhand.
And it doesn't ring a bell with me.
Trying to think if maybe that's your
PAGS.
Oh,
What?
It's Phil.
Is he saying who's winning the Bantoff?
Who's winning the Bantoff?
Yeah, you can't just put one word on and leave it at that. He's got to come down on the side of the aged expert or the young pretender.
Right, it's my bro Phil who was messaging, so I presume he's coming down on my side.
I very much doubt it if he's got any taste. But then again, knowing your friends, that's a very low criteria.
Whoa. Knowing my friends, I'm not going to...
Look, I'm biting this Bantoff on my own here now.
I'm not sure I'm happy about my inner circle being besmirched in such a way.
Well, they must be used to it by now.
Well, I'll see you potentially on Wednesday.
I'll see you and your Darth Vader chair on Wednesday. Cheers, Tom.
Well, hopefully I won't be turning to the dark side and pledging allegiance to the French, but...
Well, you might have more than one friend that will want to make a comment by then.
Scathing.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Tom.
You too, Ralph. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.